What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I know I was just live, but I'm live again, and this time it's for college football. Specifically, the best conference in college football, the SEC. This is the SEC college football preview going into week one. Little game breakdown, my winners and losers from each game. Let's get into this. Here we go. So we kick off the show. We're starting with Arkansas and Arkansas Pine Bluff. It'll be in Arkansas. It'll be on ESPNU at about 6:30. Uh, Arkansas is a 50-point favorite. Yeah, I've got Arkansas picked to win this. There's not much to talk about. Maybe looking into their new quarterback, Kalen Green. But yeah, there's not much to talk about there. Gonna be just fine. Arkansas gets that win, no problem. That's tonight. Also tonight on the SEC Network, number 11 in the land, the Missouri Tigers take on Murray State. Missouri is 49-point favorites. I do have them covering completely, no problem. They'll have no issues with Murray State. My question is, what does the backfield look like this year without Cody Schrader? And how great is Luther Burden going to be? And how much time do the starters get with it being Murray State? The game tomorrow night, Oklahoma and Temple. Oklahoma is 42-point favorites. I've got no problem with that. Genuinely, I think, yeah, Oklahoma's going to win this game. They're going to win this game. Um, that's tomorrow night. Oklahoma's going to win it. We won't know anything about Oklahoma after week one. Next game, Saturday, August 31st, Alabama football. I will be live for it. It kicks off versus Western Kentucky at 6 p.m. Again, Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama is 31.5-point favorites. I've got Alabama by 50. It'll be cool to see Western Kentucky. TJ Finley, former LSU quarterback, now at Western Kentucky after he transferred to Texas State. Also a former Auburn quarterback. I got Alabama winning. We won't learn much about Alabama, though. Their secondary, though, will be picked on a lot as they're young on the back end outside of Malachi Moore. But, yeah, I got no problem with that. Alabama's going to win that game. Auburn and Alabama A&M now, or Auburn and Alabama A&M. Now, oddly enough, Auburn, they are 47-point favorites, but they tend to struggle just a little bit against smaller schools. I don't know why. I don't understand why. They do seem to struggle, so I don't see them winning by 47, but I do see them winning. Auburn will handle Alabama A&M. Now the big game. Big game. Can't wait for this. I'll be live streaming for it. Clemson and Georgia. Holy shit. Number one in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the Clemson Tigers. Saturday, it's the, I believe, Chick-fil-A kickoff game. It'll be on ABC and ESPN Plus at 11 a.m. Georgia, Clemson. I've got Clemson winning. I know it sounds crazy to have Clemson pick to win this game, but honestly, Georgia lost a lot of pieces on their offense. I don't know what their offense is going to look like this year. Clemson is a sneaky good team in the ACC. They could be a playoff team, and this game right here could have playoff implications. So I got to go with Clemson over Georgia. Also, just to let you all know, it will forever be hate Georgia. As an Alabama fan, I can't respect Georgia. By the way, Bulldog fans, who beat y'all the last two times y'all lost? Thank you. That's all I need to know. But yeah, I've got Clemson picked to win this game. It's shocking, but I do have Clemson picked to win. Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech. I don't care. By the way, if you're a betting man, Georgia is 13.5-point favorites. However, I would put the money on Clemson. I think Clemson does win this game. But Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech, Vanderbilt is 13, or I'm sorry, Virginia Tech is 13.5-point favorites. I don't care about this game at all. I'll pick Virginia Tech because I don't like Vandy. I think Vandy's a bad football team. I don't think they have a good team. And I think they should be out of the SEC as a football team because they're not built for the SEC. But I'm not the one making the rules, am I? If I was, they wouldn't be in the SEC. Tennessee and Chattanooga. Tennessee is 38.5-point favorites. The only thing we're going to learn is if that freshman phenom for Tennessee at quarterback can play big boy ball in college football. But we won't learn it this weekend because they're playing Chattanooga. Chattanooga is an okay team. They're from the FCS. They're not great. They won't win this game. Tennessee's going to win this. Texas, Colorado State. I got Texas by a billion. I think Texas rolls over and through and just dumps on the head of the Colorado State Rams or whatever the crap they are called now. I do have Texas winning this. Now, Miami and Florida. Miami is 2.5-point favorites. I do see Miami winning this game, but I see them having a lot of headache with Florida. Florida's defense is better than last year. Their back end is stronger than last year. Their quarterback, Graham Mertz, is back. He's a good player. They do have decent receivers on the outside. They've got a decent backfield. Yes, they lost Trevor Etienne, the star running back, to Georgia, but their backfield consists of two guys that I think can really be good players in this conference. So I do have Miami picked to win it, but I think Florida proves a lot of stuff to a lot of people, and they come out very, very good on the back end. I do think Florida loses, but I don't think it's that much of a stretch to say that they can beat Miami. I just don't see them doing it this weekend. Now, South Carolina and Old Dominion. Old Dominion, newer to the FBS, newer to the big teams. South Carolina is 21-point favorites. I see them winning this game, no problem. The only question will be who's the quarterback after Spencer Rattler graduated, and what does this offense look like without Rattler and Leggett? They're not going anywhere. They're not going to do anything in the conference. I'm not worried about them. So, but I do have South Carolina winning this game. Eastern Kentucky and Mississippi State. State is 24.5-point favorites. I think that's a fair spread. Mississippi State's defense is suspect. They usually are. I'm a little worried about their defense, but I think they'll be fine. They'll handle Eastern Kentucky no problem. Ole Miss and Furman. Ole Miss is 42-point favorites. I love the quarterback they've got at Ole Miss, Jackson Dart. I love their team. I love their offense. I love the scheme. I love everything Lane Kiffin's doing over there. I see them winning this game by at least 60, not 42. And yeah, Ole Miss is going to prove a lot of people wrong this year. Ole Miss will make the college football playoffs, and Ole Miss will make a deep run in that playoff. I don't know if they get to the championship. They'll be in the semis, I believe, for sure. The night game, Saturday night. Kyle Field, Notre Dame, Texas A&M. Mike Elko, former Duke head coach, now at Texas A&M. Riley Leonard, former Duke quarterback, now at Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, Jordan Clark. A&M is 3-point favorites. I've got Notre Dame by 20. I think they go in there and they stomp out Texas A&M. I don't believe in Texas A&M. I don't trust Texas A&M. It being a night game, it worries me, but I'm not that worried about it. I think A&M gets beat up bad in their home stadium. Yeah, it's going to be a bad game. It's going to be a good game. Watch the game. It's going to be a good game, but it's going to be a fist fight, and I think Notre Dame takes control in about the fourth quarter and just wins it by 21. Kentucky and Southern Miss. Kentucky. They're 28-point favorites, and I don't know much about Southern Miss, and I don't really know that much about Kentucky, but I'm going to take Kentucky. USC LSU, the post Caleb Williams era. Can Lincoln Riley actually find a defense? It's also the post LSU era, but they have a quarterback. They have a quarterback. We don't know what Miller Moss is going to be for USC. This is Sunday night, ABC and ESPN Plus. LSU are 4.5-point favorites. I'm going to take that 4.5 points, no problem. It's in Vegas. I think LSU does win this game. I think USC falls off a lot this year without Caleb Williams, without some of their big stud receivers. They're going to fall off. Plus, they're in the Big Ten now. They got to play defense, and they don't know how to do that. So, yeah, I got LSU handling business. Let's get into a game, though, tonight that I'm excited about. Very excited about this game. Colorado and North Dakota State. I know it's not SEC football. I know it's Big 12 football. I've got North Dakota State. I got the Bison. Now, Colorado is 10.5-point favorites with Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, man in the offense. But I think Colorado is more hype than they are talent, and I think they're going to lose. I think it's going to be a very good game. I think it comes down to the wire, but I think Colorado loses by a field goal at the end. I'm picking Colorado. I am picking Colorado to win or to lose this game. I think North Dakota State's just that good. It's going to be on ESPN. It's going to be a good game, but North Dakota State's not one of these FCS schools that you can overlook. And I fear that Deion, yes, Deion is too focused on what the media's saying, and he ain't got his head in the game. He ain't ready. He ain't been taking mental reps to get ready for the North Dakota State Bison team. He hasn't been watching film to get ready. Their players don't care because Deion don't care. And I think because of Deion, they gonna lose. I got them losing 9 games this year. They going 3-9. They ain't doing nothing. They gonna be worse than last year. I don't trust Colorado at all to do anything ever. I mean ever. They're that bad. Let's get into the ACC. Again, I know this is SEC, but I got to talk about Florida State. Hey, Florida State fans. Um, how does it feel knowing that y'all bitched all off season about, oh, we should have been in the playoffs. We got a good team. It wasn't just, you know, Jordan Travis. We have a good team. And then you went to Ireland and you got your ass whooped by Georgia Tech. Now I like Georgia Tech. I think they're a good team, but how are you going to say that you deserve to be in the college football playoff? And then the next year, without Jordan Travis and Trey Benson and the receivers, like Keon Coleman, get your ass whooped. Y'all is a top 10 team. Where y'all going to fall now? Y'all going to fall like 25, maybe out of it completely? But no, I do like Florida State. I think they're a good team. I do, however, think the SEC is the best conference in football, and I think there's at least 6 teams in the SEC that will make the college football playoff. Half the field will be SEC teams. Obviously, either Texas or Georgia, whoever wins the SEC. I'm going to go Texas. Then you got Georgia. Then you got Bama. That's 3. Ole Miss. Um, Missouri. That's 5. Tennessee, LSU. 7 teams, actually. But I'll take Tennessee out of it. LSU gave us to put in it, though. The SEC is too good. The SEC is too good. We're going to beat up each other all year, but we're too good. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing, following, all this stuff. I'll be live tomorrow. Or no, not tomorrow. I'll be live in the coming weeks, or I'll be live this weekend with some college football games. I'll be live in coming weeks with NFL football games. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Bye.